Hello and welcome to episode 117, maybe? That actually might be wrong this week. I forgot to look. Who knows? It's either 117 or 118, I think. Anyways, welcome to a new episode of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Amy Kate. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I have a few fun projects to share with you guys this week, and I'm super excited to share some progress that I've made on them. Yeah, it's going to be a good episode. Today is Sunday, August 7th, and it is a pretty day. It is actually cloudy and kind of overcast right now, which is so lovely. I really would love it if it stayed that way, but I'm not quite sure it's going to. Anyways, it's a pretty day, and nonetheless, we had church this morning, which was so good, and lunch, and now we're here filming, and it's going to be a good episode. So, I do have some finished objects. Actually, I have one info to share this week, and then a couple of works in progress, and a couple of designs that I'm working on. So let's just go ahead and jump on into it today with an info. So I have one finished object to share this week, and I am so excited proud, I guess, of how this project turned out. I love it so much. I love it when an idea just comes together. When a random idea happens, it comes to your mind and everything works out how you hoped. So I finished up this pillow. I have been working on it for the past couple of weeks. It actually took a little bit longer than I anticipated it to take, but that's okay. As we all know by now, probably yellow really blows out the camera, so it's going to change the lighting a little bit. I apologize for that. But this pillow, so I used some yarn that I have had in my stash for quite a while now. I think I got it at I think it was January of 2020. I think that's right. And it was in such a cute palette, a blue, a pink, yellow, white, and then a charcoal gray. Love the colors. I kind of always planned on making a sweater. But it's 100% wool and it's not super duper soft. And so I honestly wasn't sure I would wear a sweater if I made one with the yarn. So I decided to change plans and make it into a pillow. So I held two colors together for one panel and then the other two colors together for the second panel. And then I seamed them together with the fifth color, the charcoal gray. And so now it's like two pillows in one. It's completely reversible. You can't see like the other colors from the opposite side, which is so fun. Yeah, I really love the way that it looks, and my siblings have actually come in my room, like, just throughout the week. I finished it at the beginning of the week, and they've come in here and complimented it. So, I really like how it turned out. I basically just did the moss stitch in a square form twice. I did two identical panels, and then I seamed them together with the crab stitch, which is also known as the reverse single crochet stitch. You're basically crocheting backwards. And it turned out so good. I love how it looks. I don't think I could have chosen a better border for it, honestly. There's a hair, of course. And I think it turned out so good. So, if you're interested in the pattern, let me know. I could make another sample and write up the pattern and get some pictures. But for right now, I'm not really planning on releasing it as a design. I'm just going to enjoy it myself. It's just something I wanted to make to use up the yarn. And then on the inside, I do have a pillow form in here. So it's not stuffed. It's just a pillow on the inside, which I feel like just holds its shape better. So anyway, that is my finished object for the week. I really like how it turned out. It's been on this, in this chair all week, and I'm not sure if it'll stay there. But it is really comfortable to have it like behind my back in the chair. It is very cozy. Anyway, really happy that is done, and then it turned out so good. Like I said, it feels really nice to just have something spur over the moment work out like that. Like I said, that is the only info that I have to share this week. But let's go ahead and talk about a couple of whips that I'm currently working on. The first work in progress that I have to show this week is a pair of vanilla socks that I am working on. I am using my own Success Socks pattern. It's just my basic vanilla sock recipe. It's free on Ravelry in my blog, or you can also find it on Etsy in my shop. I will link all of those places down in the description box. But this is what it currently looks like. So I am so close. I was working on the toe this morning and I didn't quite get done. But I'm so close to finishing the toe, and then I just have the afterthought heel, and the very first sock will be done. I have to do the second one, of course, so my hope is to finish this one and then get at least the cuff done on the second sock this week. We'll see what happens. We'll see what this week holds. It's going to be an unusual, or just a week that kind of starts a new chapter, but I'll explain that in a little bit. But anyways, all of that to say, I've made good progress on this sock this week, and I am very excited to make the second one. These are for a Christmas gift for one of my cousins in December at Christmas time. And the second one is going to go by so much faster because, you know, these aren't for me, and so I don't know the perfect size for her. So I kind of had to do all that math and figure it all out for this sock. And so because of that, the second one is going to be faster because I know exactly how many rows to do now. I really like it. I really like it a lot. I'm also trying so hard to be diligent this season while I'm making socks for other people, and taking notes so that I can just remember, you know, how many rows I did for each person and all of that. So I don't have to always forget or do the math or ask what size foot they have or whatever. I'm hoping. I think I'm going to create like a Google Doc so that it's easily accessible, you know, on my phone or on the computer or whatever. Anyway, all of that to say, this sock is going great and it is almost done. I'm using Knit Picks Static, and I forgot the colorway, but it's really pretty. This is the purple gray white one. I like it a lot. I actually got a couple of skeins of it because I think that it is being discontinued, which makes me so sad. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it might be like just this color and not the whole static line. I'm not sure, but I love it nonetheless. So I'm excited to finish these up for her and to gift them way in December. It's actually at the end of December because it'll be our family gathering that's always a few days after Christmas. So still have quite a while until that day, obviously. Okay, and then the second work in progress that I am working on is this blanket. So I've showed it many times. I debated not showing it this week because you might be getting tired of it. But it did grow a little bit, so I thought I would go ahead and share. Last week, I believe I was on this pink section, and I am now like maybe 6 rows past it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm on like the 7th. So I didn't do a ton on it this week. I'm still hoping to get it done in the month of August. I kind of made that goal for myself last episode, and I am still hoping to, you know, stay on that goal, get it done, and finish it. I am getting close. I'm getting close. It is my goal for most blankets is to make them as tall as I am. I'm 5'1", and so I like to make a lot of my blankets at 50 by 60 inches. I just really like that size. And so that's basically what I do. And so I know, you know, if the blanket is as tall as me, I'm done, or at least very close to it. And that said, this blanket is pretty wide. I haven't measured it. I mean, it might be, I don't know. I think it's a little bit longer than 55 inches wide. So I would probably just keep going. I might make it 70 inches long instead of 60. I think that might be my goal. And I still have quite a bit of cotton yarn in a basket over here that I am hoping to use up for this blanket or in this blanket. So I'm kind of trying to base it on how much yarn I have left as well. But it's going great. I love it so much. It's so colorful. I cannot wait to just snuggle up under it. I love cotton blankets. And I'm really excited to have one. I crocheted a cotton blanket years ago, like when I was really just getting started. And then a couple of years ago, I made a knitted, like just the garter stitch. It took forever. But it was a blanket for my papa, my mom's dad. And it used cotton yarn, and it was amazing. Like, I have been wanting to make a second one ever since then because I want one for myself. So this is kind of going to be very similar to that. So anyway, very excited about it. If you're curious, I'm using a 5mm hook, so it's giving me a really nice gauge, and then the granny stripe stitch is what this stitch is called. So it's just the granny stitch, but in row form instead of like individual squares. And I really, really love it. It's been a joy to work on for sure, and so many memories and all of those yarns. There's so many yarns in there. It's crazy. But I love it. I'm excited to keep working on it and then finish it by the end of August. That is definitely still my goal. Okay, is there another work in progress that I have that is not a design? Let me look in this bag because I don't remember. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes, I have another pair of socks that I'm working on, but I'm not going to show those because I have not made any progress because my needles are being used right now for another sock that I can't show yet. So yeah, I think that is it for works in progress that aren't designs this week. So let's go ahead and jump into some design talk. I have 2 designs to share with you guys this week, but first I thought I would go ahead and share. I released a brand new dishcloth pattern this past week called the Devoted Dishcloth. It uses the same pattern as my previously released Devoted beanie pattern, and I just love it. I love how this pattern turned out. I think it's so cute and so useful. And I made this as another sample. I made like 3 for the pattern pictures and stuff, and then I made this one. And so here's kind of a close-up of that stitch pattern. It's so pretty. I really, really like this pattern. So definitely check it out. You can find it for free on the blog or as a PDF on Ravelry and Etsy. And I will link it down below if you haven't already checked it out. But thank you so much to everyone who's already downloaded that pattern. It means a lot. So I appreciate you very, very much. Okay, so 2 designs that I'm working on. The first one is the DK version of the Brilliant Beanie. So this is a collection that I am kind of slowly launching. Is similar to my Success Socks line. It's just a all knit, beginner friendly pattern for, in this case, beanies. For all different weights of yarn. So far I have the Brilliant Beanie, which features fingering weight. I recently released the Bulky Brilliant Beanie, which uses a bulky weight. And then I have the Worsted Beanie, which features, you guessed it, worsted weight yarn. So this is the DK version. It's going to be coming out, I'm not sure. I might release it this month because it is going to be done soon. But obviously it's August, and I realize it's kind of weird to release a beanie pattern in August. I haven't quite decided yet. But I love the way that it is working up. I think it's so pretty. I love this colorway so much. But here is my progress so far. I have the ribbing done, and I'm just working on the body now, the stockinette body. I am using Knit Picks Gloss DK, and it is so nice to work with. It is so squishy and soft, and it has a really, really beautiful sheen to it, or shine. I think it's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm very much enjoying it. I don't think I have the label. Oh, I do, yay. This is the colorway Wharf. So it's a really, really pretty, like, light blue, seafoam blue. Definitely reminds me of the ocean or the wharf. It's very nice. So that is the first project that I am working on. And then the second design is also very mindless right now. I am in a sea of stockinette with it as well. And I am working on a new knit tee pattern. And right now, excuse me, I'm just really hoping that this works out. So I'm actually basing this pattern off of the shirt that I'm currently wearing. I have a couple of shirts like this, and they are my favorite. They are so comfortable. I love them so much. I can wear them with like bike shorts or leggings or jean shorts, and it looks nice, or Nike shorts. Like, I love these shirts so much. It's from Old Navy if you're curious, but don't want one because they have been out of stock forever online, and there seems to be no hope of them coming back. But there's my rant about a random shirt. My point is, I love the fit of this shirt, and I love how it looks, and so I am kind of designing a knit tee after it. We'll see how it all comes together. I'm hoping that it works out. I've done some math, like, you know, it should work hypothetically, but it is all very hypothetical right now. And here's what I have so far. So I did a little bit of ribbing for the bottom hem, and now I'm just jumping into stockinette, and there's a lot of stitches on the needles because it is very oversized, and I just have like a lot of knitting to do, basically, until the underarms, and then I'll split for the front and back and work up the shoulders, and then I will do sleeves kind of like this big, so definitely still big and oversized, and we'll see. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to work out well. I have been wanting to use this yarn for something all summer long. I got it to make a tee, and I started a crochet tee. It's a great, like, I'm really excited about the design. It's going to be coming out next year, I think. But I did not have enough yarn to do it, so I had to stop that design. And then I was going to do a, like, crochet tank top, and it was going to be great, but I just would not have worn it. But I think I'm going to wear it. I know I am. If it works out, I know I'm going to wear it and love it. I'm not 100% sure that I have enough yarn to do it, but I think I do. Knitting typically takes up so much less yarn than crochet, so I'm hopeful at least that I'll have enough yarn. And and it's going great. So I will keep you updated. I'm hoping to make a lot of progress on this week. I might take it to work and see if I can work on it while the girls are occupied or something. We'll see, but it's very mindless. Like, it doesn't take any brain power to work on it at all, because it is just the knit stitch, which is, I'm not complaining at all. I love that type of knitting. Okay, and then the last the last project that I am working on, and this is technically a design. I haven't decided if I'm going to release it yet. It kind of depends on how it all turns out. This is another case of me wanting to use this yarn and just make something soft and squishy with it. But I am obsessed with this project. So this is going to be a Tunisian crochet pillow made out of velvet yarn. Oh my word. If you have not done Tunisian crochet with velvet yarn, you are missing out, because it is literally the most satisfying thing you will ever make. It is so soothing to work on, like very much therapeutic to watch, you know, the forward pass and return pass in Tunisian crochet with velvet yarn. It just glides across the hook so beautifully, and you don't have to worry about seeing your stitches because you can see them very well in this pattern. I just love it. So I'm using the Tunisian simple stitch, and it looks so fun. And then the yarn, I don't have a label in here. I will share the yarn more next week because I'll be joined with the second skein at that point, I'm sure. But I am using a size K, I think. Yeah, K 6.5mm Tunisian crochet hook. And so I have this pillow form that I bought this week. And I am going to make 2 panels, and then very similar to what I did with the pillow that I recently finished, seam them together. I think it's going to work out. It's going to be a snug fit, but that's how it's supposed to be. I think it's going to work out really well. I might do like a border around it if it's not quite big enough, because I bought the form after I started the project. And I just had to, you know, get the one that I thought would work the best. So we'll see. I think it's going to work out. If it does, it's going to be literally the cutest pillow ever. Like, oh my goodness. And so soft. It's going to be amazing. I'm very, very excited about it. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish at least the first panel this week, so you'll be able to see it better, kind of get a better idea of what it's going to look like then. But yeah, it has been very fun to work on so far. Alright, so that is it for all of the making content this week. I do have a little devotional and life update that I would love to share with you guys, so I hope that you choose to stick around for that. So for devotional this week, I wanted to talk about briefly a song that I've been listening to on repeat, and it is so good. It's called Dear Future Wife by Kate Thompson. So it is definitely geared towards, you know, for men to sing over their future wives. It kind of like, obviously Cade is a male, so he's kind of singing over his future wife. That's who he wrote it for. But it's such a beautiful song, and it's so powerful to listen, like in my case, to just pray the words and, you know, kind of like relate them to myself, like the future wife that I want to be, but then also what to look for in a future husband as well. And it is just a really, really beautiful song. So if you haven't listened to it, I highly encourage you to do it. It just kind of shows in a really beautiful way of what God wants for us in that season of life. And if you are in that season of life, I still encourage you to look for it if you listen to it. If you are in a relationship or already married, it could still be fun to listen to it. Or if you have kids, to listen to it with them and give them an idea of what to look for as well, so that they have, you know, good expectations and high standards. And then also, if you're in a season similar to I am, of whether you are single or, you know, recently ended a relationship or on the brink of a relationship or just hoping for that season to come. For one, I see you, I hear you, I understand very, very well. It is hard. It is so hard. But this song is definitely a light, and it has given me personally so much hope and just so much joy to sing it loudly. It has been my car jam in the past week. Anyway, it's just a really, really, really good song. So I will link it down below if you want to watch it. I'm sure I listen to it personally on Amazon Music, but I'm sure there's like a lyric video or something that I can find on YouTube. So I will link that down below if you'd like to give it a listen. But yeah, it's a really, really good song, and I've mentioned it before on here, but I am so very hopeful for that season of life, and I cannot wait to experience what God has in store. Let's see, in terms of a life update, it has been a good week, and next week is going to be really good too. I am hopeful. I finished my last school assignments this past week. I will officially graduate this upcoming week. And it feels crazy. It's surreal. This season of college is about to end. It might not end forever. You know, I might decide to go back. I will have an associate's degree, so just a 2-year degree. I might choose, you know, to continue later on. But for now, I am confident in the decision to end this season now and see what God has in store next. And then obviously trust that His plans will prevail. But yeah, I'm so excited. Yesterday was Saturday, of course, and it was the first Saturday. And just this weekend as a whole has been the first weekend all summer that I have not done school. And it has felt so good. Yesterday was a really good Saturday. I really needed it. I spent some time, you know, working on projects and getting prepared business-wise for the week ahead. And I feel so much less stressed going into this week because I actually know, you know, what I'm doing. I have a plan. I'm excited. And then also this past week, so I am in the NA for 2 sweet girls, and one of them is the oldest is starting school this week. Tuesday is her first day, so I only have one. It's so bittersweet. We had a last day all together, at least for the time being, on Friday, and so we celebrated with pizza and strawberry ice cream and the park, and swimming. It was a really very full entirely, a very sweet day. Yeah, I'm so grateful for that job. So anyway, and then also on Friday we went to a concert at our church that was kind of like back to school / just geared towards youth and teenagers and young adults, and it was really good. Just praise Jesus in community, and it was a lot of fun. It was crazy. You know, I am typically someone who does not have any plans on Friday nights, and I went to a concert. It was kind of satisfying, honestly, to just be able to say that I have plans. Anyway, it was good though. It was a really good week. And I'm hopeful for what this week has in store as well. So I hope that you are having an amazing week. Let me know in the comments if they're working. Apologies for all of the comment frustrations on YouTube. It is on their end. It is not mine. I have all the right settings turned on. I don't know what it is about my channel and YouTube, but something about it, they just do not want me to have comments. It is quite frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. But I hope that you are having a great week. I would love to hear what you're working on, so if the comments are on, let me know, or send an email to thegracefultangle@gmail.com. My contact information is also down in the description box, as well as my pattern shops, links to some things that I talked about in this episode, and then of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!